Well, McAlester apparently ran across a geologist's notebook that he had looked at, and it could have been someone with the Whipple survey of 1853 or a later one that might have been a survey of military roads. So he purposely set out from Arkansas, went into Indian Territory, hired on with a mercantile firm that was also doing some teamster work and shipping goods, and so he started working for them. And by 1869 or 1870, had decided to establish his own store. He also, about that time, as many non-Indian men did, they married an Indian woman. So he married the Chickasaw woman and then very quickly, about the same time, moved to the Crossroads and opened up a store. And then he went into partnership with a couple of men who were part Choctaw and another who, like himself, was an intermarried member of the tribe. And they went into partnership together and made a claim under Choctaw law. And so his role was to be the first to really push and develop the coal in a commercial way. Now the timing was good because the MK&T Railroad, or what later became the Missouri, Kansas, and Texas Railroad, and it was a branch line of the Missouri Pacific owned by Jay Gould. It was building north and south along the old Texas Road about the time that McAlester had settled there. So the timing was perfect for him. He told a story that appeared in several venues about taking a wagon load of coal from one of the outcroppings close to a store and taking it to Parsons, Kansas, where the headquarters of the railroad was located at the time, and showed them, which is right close to the border of Indian Territory at that time. And he showed them this high quality coal and convinced them to make the route through the McAlester area. Well, his spin on the story, of course, makes him the hero, as all of our stories tend to. And in reality, they were building along the Texas Road anyway, so they would have passed through there, but it did heighten their awareness that there was a good outcropping of coal. These men began developing, but very quickly sold their Osage Coal and Mining Company, as they called it, to the MK&T Railroad, which actually developed and owned it. And so they lived off the royalties. And of course, with McAlester, he lived off of the money from the J.J. McAlester mercantile store that he owned in McAlester as well. So that was the role that he played. The role was the initial publicity, the actual discovery of where the coal beds were, and working with the railroad and other leaders of the tribe to start developing the coal.